Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Subliteral Network. I make art and comics, and thanks for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe and to leave your feedback in the comments. Now, I post art daily 5 days a week on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and this is a roundup of some of that work in case you missed it, with a little more detailed description added. You can read my Oona the Cave Bunny comics free at radiocomics.com, and my comic Rock Rats is now available for my Patreon subscribers. Visit my Patreon page if you would like to support my work. There's a growing gallery of art and comics to see and enjoy. All these links are in my description and bio, so please watch till the end so you don't miss anything. I posted this from my unfinished pencil drawings file. I had just kind of sketched out this She-Hulk figure, and my idea was that I would take her and just try to make her as wide and as thick as possible. So I was happy because I think I did manage to do that, and this is about the upper limit of She-Hulk drawings that I do. See, the thing is, years ago I used to know this kid who was kind of small, and I guess he kind of thought of himself as scrawny, and he began bodybuilding and kind of just packing on all this bulk, and then I didn't see him for a year. And the next time I saw this kid, he was as thick and as wide as a refrigerator. I had never really seen anybody reach that level of development with my own two eyes, and I always remember that when I'm drawing She-Hulk these days. So I recently uncovered a lot of the black and white scans that I had done when I was drawing Oona the Cave Bunny in this horizontal Sunday newspaper comic strip format. You know, the first comics I ever read, came free to the house in the newspaper. So, I was reading a lot of the daily comic strips that were being done at the time. For years, I've always wanted to do a daily comic strip. And, when I lived in Boston, I did a daily strip for the student paper at Boston University. And that was probably just the greatest fun that I ever had doing comics. The editors down there just gave me general guidelines and just let me go nuts with it, and I really had a great deal of fun doing that. I still have all those comics, and I really got to make a point of getting these things online and posting them. But anyway, back to Oona. This was a chance, for me again, even though the whole newspaper comic strip thing is sort of dead as far as how widespread newspaper comics used to be, but I wanted to do it, and I think I really tried to just do my very best drawing in it because it just represented something that used to be a real goal of mine, and I thought I'd really want to make a great effort to do the best that I could at it. I'll also admit that I stole that "You look terrible" line from The Lord of the Rings. I do sketch cover commissions once in a while, not lately, but this is the crop of one that I posted. So I'm showing you the whole piece now. It's an edited version for YouTube's sake, but I was really having a great deal of fun doing these particular ones, more fun than I thought I was going to have. First of all, I'm usually very pleasantly surprised by the quality of paper on these sketch cover editions. Now, in the past, I used to know a few guys that worked up at DC, and I managed to get a DC Comics, and I managed to get a hold of some of the official paper that their artist draws on. And DC paper is the best paper I have ever drawn comics on. I've only had like 10 sheets of it all together in my life, but they really should sell that paper. So at this point, I am forgetting who this character is. I think she was based on a Digimon character, but I certainly don't remember exactly who. Did this one in ink and Copic markers, which, as I said before, that paper just took those markers beautifully. Still got a few blank sketch cover comics hanging around in my files. Can't figure out what to put on them, but when I do, you'll find out about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my subscribers, and a special welcome to my new subscribers. I'm happy and appreciate that you enjoy hearing about my work, and I hope you can come back for more. Remember, joining me on Patreon helps me create the content you enjoy.